What's going on, everybody? It's Bulls Nation Station back at it again with another one. And for today, I'll be talking about Tomas Satoransky. And it's weird. I know I wasn't expecting to have any conversation about Satoransky anymore or at all. Because one, he's not on the Bulls team anymore. And two, he's not, a super relevant player that's in the league right now. But I'm over here talking about him, and the reason why is because of what he said about AK and the Chicago Bulls organization. So basically, he was doing an interview with his with the Czech Daily Sport paper, and he was talking about how, when he realized that he was traded away, he got a nice text from Arturas, Karnisovas. And so, basically, I could tell he was really down about it. He felt really bad that he got traded. Otherwise, this wouldn't even be a headline at all. But it is. So, in the text, Arturas, AK, he pretty much just said, thank you for your time on the Chicago Bulls. And so, Thomas was like, that's it? And then that was pretty much it. And so, he said he wasn't, mad, angry, upset because he know how it is. It's a business. But then what makes you think otherwise was when he said it was kind of brutal how he sent that text. Now, brutal is a pretty strong word. Brutal means, usually when you hear something that's brutal, that relates to a strong emotion that you have that's negative. And so, obviously, Thomas was feeling some type of way, or Tomas. But what I feel about that is that, number one, it is a business. And number two, throughout the course of a season, you should kind of understand where you stand at with a person as far as communication-wise. If Arturas never really talked that much to you throughout the season, or never really complimented you that much throughout the season, or never really cared to give you, too much advice throughout the season, then honestly, you shouldn't be surprised if all you got was a thanks for your time in Chicago text. Clearly, you wasn't in his long-term plans. You wasn't the player that he drafted or picked up. You wasn't, don't get me wrong, you created some good games, You impacted the game a little bit just by, the way you would slow the ball down and run up the court, but your numbers wasn't out of this world. You wasn't an all-star, so it's not really something you should, truly expect, And so, AK, he's professional, he does, I'm pretty sure you've gotten more than probably what Felicio and Denzel got in their text. Felicio, he's probably just looking at a blank text message under his contact name right now, waiting for a text. He was like, oh, Tomas got a text, where's mine? So he's probably sitting on the couch in whatever place. I think he's playing in Australia or Brazil. He's playing somewhere out there. But he's probably sitting on the couch after practice waiting on this text to come through. No text. So if I was you, I feel like it's a sign of recognition. He appreciates what you've contributed to the team, even though, he's moving on to bigger and better things. I feel like you shouldn't be hurt. You shouldn't be surprised, first off, because he did try to trade you for Lonzo at the trade deadline, and I'm pretty sure everybody knows that. But yeah, If I was you, just take it on the chin, accept it for what it is, appreciate the time that you had in Chicago. You know, you've had ample opportunity to start, come off the bench, to play the way you want to play. Because Billy the Donovan, he lets the point guards play the way they want to play. So I feel like it should be no hard feelings. I understand you're hurt because you enjoyed your time in Chicago, but it's a business. The team is just trying to get better. I mean, clearly, almost all the players you started with on the Bulls is not there anymore, besides Levine and Kobe. So yeah, just take it how it is. You know, enjoy your time in New Orleans. You guys should have a pretty good season with Zion and Brandon Ingram. You know, you should be focused on how can you contribute and make an impact on that team. Maybe you could play so well to where if you ever get traded from that team, you get 2 sentences, you know, maybe a paragraph. You never know. So shout out to Tomas Satoransky. You know, it's going to be all right.